Good evening, good evening, good evening. How y'all doing? Bob LaGrasso here from OddsJam and the Sports Odds with Last Minute Betting. Powered by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Don't forget about the BetMGM and Fanatics links are below in the description of this video. Go down there and get in there. Get on YouTube. Like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like the show. And let's get it going. Get in here and have some fun. Lots of NBA trades have been going on and some craziness. Deadline after deadline after deadline deal. And that's where we are at in this world of sports today with the NBA, plenty of college basketball tonight. And all in all, let's not forget NHL tonight too. All in all, looks like it's gonna be a great night. Great night. Boy, I tell you what, Illinois losing to Rutgers last night. I did not see that one coming. That was a big blow. And by the way, Missouri covering against Tennessee. Tigers plus 9.5 was the play last night. Mike is here with me now. You shot a 25 today. Okay. On one hole.
Dang, Bobby.
25? What kind of golf course is that? A miniature golf course?
Might be. I
mean, I don't know what a 25 is, okay? That's not golf talk. Speaking of golf, got to look here at the Phoenix Open, the Waste Management Open in Phoenix.
A bunch of par threes, old head.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's not really a golf course, okay? Wyndham Clark is leading, followed by Justin Thomas. I have Thomas up there, Scotty Scheffler +2, Thigala +2, but they've got plenty of holes left to play. Tom Kim is up there a little bit. Hogyard, Putnam, Moore, Jake Knapp, Besanois, Connors, Shank, Hodges, Smalley, all up there. And that's going on along with the Live Riyadh tournament, which has Lee Westwood leading, Henrik Stenson, Peter Ullin, Graham McDowell, Patrick Reed, Donnie Lee, Dean Burmester, DeChambeau, Corcoran. I mean, there's a bunch of players up there. It's anybody's game. You know how it is in Live Golf. All right. So there we got that. We've got NBA trade news. Old head, huh? Really? Yeah. No. I play on a real golf course when I play. Okay. It's either got to be a par 70 or a par, 72, not a par 30. All right. That'd be a par 27 if they were all par threes. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, Mike.
Okay.
Lots of trades happening. Now we got the Wizards and the Grizzlies trading some picks. Marvin Bagley the third, Johnny Davis going to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies gave up Marcus Smart. Colby Jones via the Kings. Alex Len via the Kings. A first-round draft pick. The Bucks have dealt for Kevin Porter Jr. from the Clippers. What did you think about the Lakers' latest move in Dalton Connect? He's going to Charlotte, and wow, I think the Lakers came out ahead in that trade too. What do you think, Mike?
I don't know. I like Dalton Connect. Thought he was a good piece. Obviously this was before adding a guy like Luka, and be added I mean, you added Mark Williams, you
Yeah,
know.
that's right, man. 16 points, 9.8 rebounds,
Yeah,
2.5 assists, 1.2
they need a big.
blocks.
They needed a big.
Yeah, I think
So
it's a
you already
great
have
move.
Austin Reeves there, you know, so that's part of the reason Connect, you know, you got Reeves, who is young still himself, and they're kind of a similar player, although I would probably argue Austin Reeves has a little bit more to his game than Dalton Connect does, because I mean, Austin Reeves is a guy that can get you a triple-double or close to it, you know.
Right.
He can get you 10 rebounds and 20-something points and 10 assists, you know. He's done it. I mean, again, he's a pretty good all around player, you know. So that's what allowed them to trade Dalton Connect, was the fact, I think, that you have a guy like Austin Reeves there, you know.
Right.
Welcome, Jabari.
All right, Jabari. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good.
Good. So, what do you think about the Lakers and the Connect for Williams and other pieces trade? I think it's a hell of a trade.
Did that just come out?
Yes.
Huh.
Today.
I did not see that. Hold on.
They've
Give me one
traded
second.
Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish, a 2031 unprotected first round pick, and they swapped 2030 picks.
Huh.
So it's basically
for Mark Williams. That's right. That's
Mark
right.
Williams.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad pickup. They needed a big. He's
Right.
reliable. A little bit of slow feet, but I think it'll work. He's an athletic big.
I'm in agreement. I mean, again, what allowed, I don't know, Jabari may have missed this, but having a guy like Austin Reeves, I think, is the reason you were able to trade a guy like Dalton Connect. You know, you've already got him. He's basically Dalton Connect, but more, in all honesty. I mean, I know Dalton Connect's a rookie, but Austin Reeves is developing into a really good player. And I think those two would have been jockeying for minutes at some point. So I think it's a good move for those purposes.
So with that, you know, all I'm hearing is, I heard Shaq say that Dallas came out ahead in this trade for the first 2 years. I heard Charles Barkley say that Luka and LeBron cannot play together, but yet I think with this Williams piece, why would you say that those two can't play together, Jabari?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like LeBron can play with anybody. I think he's tried to make it work. I think people were kind of saying the same thing about Kyrie and Luka at one point.
Right.
That is true. Yes.
Well, they said the same thing with Wade and Bosch and LeBron. You know, there's no way that's going to ever work. And LeBron proved that, you know, that it can work. And I think LeBron, I mean, that was different because LeBron was in his prime. So Dwayne Wade kind of took a backseat role and was like, look, LeBron is the guy. I know I can get it too, but, you know, he knew LeBron was in his absolute prime of prime, you know. Now LeBron's gotten older, wiser. I think LeBron will take, I mean, he's cool with it, man. He'll take a bat. He'll do whatever he needs to do. No doubts.
Toronto money line every night.
Hey, your Raptors been playing better. They have been.
Right, but didn't the Raptors get didn't they make a trade too? I thought I saw. Yeah, Raptors. They dealt PJ Tucker. Or they got PJ Tucker. Davion Mitchell went to the
Brandon.
And
PJ Tucker and
Brandon Ingram. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now where did Jimmy Butler go?
The Warriors.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know what they went and did that for, but
I
don't think he really brings Steph any kind of help, in my personal opinion. Steph needed other shooters around him, not more defense. And them getting rid of A-Wig in order to even get Jimmy. I mean, you won a ring with Andrew Wiggins.
As a matter of fact, wasn't Wiggins a big part of that?
Yeah, he was guarding JT, you know. Yeah. So, you know, I'm not taking anything away from Jimmy, but it's just kind of like you went to the same player, and I guess you're expecting Jimmy to score a little more, but the Warriors really haven't found their identity. They haven't had that second piece of shooting ever since Clay's been on the decline. So I don't know where they're going to get it from, but it's not from Jimmy.
But don't you have another problem child like Mr. Gosh, why can't I think of his name? Mike.
Who?
Draymond.
Draymond.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that just like having another problem child? Now you got two of them.
I think Jimmy's a little bit of a different animal because I think he'll probably stand up Draymond. I think out of anything they may argue, but they're still gonna hoop. Like they're hoopers at heart. But
right.
Yeah, now Draymond's out of his prime. He's not even that good defensively anymore, in my opinion. Steph's really struggling offensively this year because the team is. They really haven't found an identity for Kuminga yet. He's playing more. He's playing better, but he doesn't have an identity yet. So,
not moved by Golden State. Jimmy Bucket says
yeah.
PhD. Tristan says Draymond's a bum.
Yeah.
Somehow Utah and Charlotte had their hands in all transactions. I saw Charlotte was involved quite a bit.
Yes, they were.
There was a lot of stuff going on.
Well, I mean, what else do they have to do, right?
Right.
I mean, you got to figure something out for the future. So, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so what about DeAndre Hunter going to the Cavs?
I liked it, but I liked it because they gave up Karis LeVert and George Niang, who I think were at minimal, bench players or at best bench players.
3 second-round picks too, by the way.
Yeah, the 3 second-round picks is a bit of an eye raiser for me. Again, I know it's not like NFL picks, but the second round, you can find somebody in the second round. Didn't Luka come out the second round? No, Luka, not Luka. No. Nikolai. Nikolai came out the second round, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe Jokic. Yeah.
Same thing with Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas came out the second round.
Absolutely. Yeah, Gilbert.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's there's definitely picks in there now that have really shined. Mario Chalmers, I think DeAndre Jordan. Like there have been picks that have historically come out of the second round. For you to just give up 3 of them is a little crazy to me. So, yeah.
Honestly, I think that Butler trade that helps the Heat.
Yeah, they get rid of his massive contract. They don't have to talk about re-signing. They get rid of Diva, but now they're out of playoff contention.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But building, I think they may be building something. What's Charlotte doing? They just ripping up the whole team? What are they doing?
Yeah, I mean, they're doing what they've been doing since they've been the Bobcats, which is constantly rebuilding. They don't have a piece to build around. You let go of Kemba because you didn't surround Kemba with any pieces, so he stayed there for years. They're going to end up doing the same thing with LaMelo unless you let LaMelo walk.
Yeah. Brandon Miller maybe too, huh?
Yeah. And they're very good pieces. And
they are very good. Yes. Those are two. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Two really good ballers right there, man. I mean, those two are good young players, but I mean, look, what are you going to do, right?
What about the Grizz and their pickups?
I mean, they just traded away Marcus Smart.
Right.
They traded away Marcus Smart to the Wizards. They didn't really pick up anybody that really was an eye raiser to me.
Marvin Bagley the third, Johnny Davis.
The
Wizards.
Marvin really hasn't done anything. I was expecting him to be really good his rookie year, and he wasn't that good at all. So, I mean, Marvin's been jumping around the league. What I really don't understand is why Memphis even makes a move at all, considering you're second in the West.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it a defensive move?
Well, you get rid of your best defensive guard.
Yeah.
You get rid of your veteran guard at that, like your best defensive veteran guard. You got rid of him.
Right.
Yeah, I like Memphis as is, Yeah.
Now, Mike and I were talking about this the other night. The Bucks got Kuzma and got rid of Chris Middleton. Mm-hmm. Mike says Chris Middleton is past his prime. He's done. I don't really know myself. Okay.
He's just older.
On their part.
Yeah, I think Kuz would be a good pickup if he can be a consistent corner 3-point shooter.
Right. Yeah.
Dame will get him the ball. but he cannot do what he's been doing in Washington. That's why he never really wanted to leave Washington, is because he wanted to be the guy.
Right.
And
Okay.
his game doesn't really allow for him to be the guy. He's not a facilitator. He's a shooter. Okay.
Yes.
And he's a volume shooter at that. So, he's got to understand that he's not going to get the ball a lot to bring the ball to the court. That's Dame and Giannis's job. This is their team. So he's got to understand that.
Yeah, he needs to do kind of like CJ McCollum did when him and Lillard were together, where CJ kind of turned. I mean, CJ was just that guy. Dame would create, kick it to CJ, CJ catch and shoot. I mean, obviously CJ can handle the ball, but I mean, CJ McCollum was pretty content with letting Dame do the work, get to my spot, get my shot. And I mean, they were pretty lethal there. So I think if Kuzma gets into that mindset of, like Jabari said, shoot and be content with that. I mean, wow, come on, man. You're getting to shoot the ball at least,
So what about, I got to ask you guys this about the Kings and the De'Aaron Fox trade. And the Kings got Zach LaVine and the Spurs got De'Aaron Fox and McLaughlin, but the Kings got a 2025 first-round pick via the Hornets, a 2027 first-round pick via the Spurs, a 2031 first-round pick via the Timberwolves, a 2025 pick from the second-round pick from the Bulls, 2028 second-round picks from the Nuggets and the Bulls. I got to be honest with you, man. That's quite a haul.
Yeah, they absolutely fleeced the league, but they lost a lot. I think you lose, in my personal opinion, I'm not going to say generational talent, but you do lose a solidified scoring guard. Okay, we're not just talking about a point guard, a scoring guard. I am happy that De'Aaron has come back to Texas. Again, played against him in high school, watched him play a lot in high school. He's been a monster, special talent. I'm glad he's back in Texas now. But I don't know what Sacramento's thinking. You trade away Tyrese Halliburton to even go and get De'Aaron, and then you let De'Aaron walk. And then you also went to go get Sabonis to pair him with De'Aaron, and then you let De'Aaron still walk. I just don't understand it. And then out of all this, you get Zach LaVine, who really hasn't been offensively the same monster he's been.
No, you're right about that.
And you get Jonas Valanciunas. Like, I just don't understand the pickups there, in my opinion, because now that moves Sabonis to the 4 or brings Valanciunas off the bench.
Right. All right, we got a ton of comments here. A ton.
It's a hot topic, huh?
Yeah, Draymond over a half a technical. Yeah, okay. Sacramento made some nice moves. San Antonio upgraded too. Yeah, definitely. I guess the Grizz didn't, but doesn't really.
I agree. Yeah.
How can you compare Draymond and Butler? One guy's punching his own teammates and basically committing crimes on the court.
Well,
okay. That was my fault. Okay, Stephen. Otani's interpreter sentenced to 54 months and owes 17 million to Otani. Oh, wow. So the guy's getting more money now.
Yeah. And real quick to PhD said, Bob, you didn't notice Rocky Top, Tennessee. Missouri falls to them last night, which we expected they would, but
we covered. That's all I could say.
They did.
Missouri plus
and
9.5.
That's not a bad loss for them. That's not a bad loss for them.
I said Missouri plus 9.5, and I was right. By the way, you could just see my head there for a second.
I'll tell you what, if they would have pulled that off, that would have been a huge win for them, because I didn't think they were going to win that game. They had a lead at halftime, and Tennessee started to kind of,
Missouri's a good team, Mike.
They are a good team. They climbed back in it a little bit in the second half at times, but Tennessee just would continue to build on that 8-point lead, make it like 10, 12, and then Missouri would make it to a 6-point game again. Tennessee would back up 10, and they just continued to pull away. I mean, Tennessee's really good too, and they're at home, so didn't expect Missouri to win that game anyway, but yeah, I think Missouri's good. They're a good team for sure.
So, guys, did the Rockets do anything? I'm looking for trade deadline news, and how come I don't see any Oh, there it is. Celtics trade Springer to the Rockets.
Right, but we didn't really make any significant moves, and then I think we picked up like Cody Zeller off of waivers or something like that. So I mean, we really don't we really don't make a lot of splashes. This trade deadline, which I think is great. I think we have a young team, and this isn't the time for you to be going around and rearranging stuff with a young team.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
I mean, we're third in the West, so we're doing something.
All right, so
absolutely, yeah.
I got a question for everybody that's in the chat, and for you guys. Do you guys like to bet the coin toss in the Super Bowl?
No, I'm all right. I'm good.
Not doing that? Okay.
No.
If you were to pick, would it be heads or tails? If you were out there on the field, captain, what would you pick, heads or tails?
Give me heads. They say tails never fails, but I feel like it does when I pick it, so why not?
What about you, Jabari? I'm a heads guy.
I'm gonna go heads.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I know, Tristan. That's what they say. They say tails never fails, and that way you pick tails.
Yeah, well, when I put my money on it, it's gonna fail every time.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, no, staying away from any of that.
And
Gatorade color.
President's gonna be at the Super Bowl. Now that's a big deal. Have we decided who's winning this thing yet?
I don't think we've talked in a while. So
no, I mean, I'm going to tell you who I'm going for. I'm saying Chiefs. Obviously, that's where everybody's at.
Mm-hmm.
Jabari, something tells me you might be thinking different.
The Eagles.
Well, I was right. You are thinking different.
Yes.
And you're going to tell me why?
I personally believe that Saquon is going to be the X factor. I attribute this Super Bowl to the same way that they played the 49ers, right? They played the Niners. The Niners, it was set up with a same exact team. Three good pass catchers, a quarterback that may or may not have been ready to play in the Super Bowl, and an all-star running back, superstar running back. It's the exact same team. And both defenses are pretty good. Number one defense in Philly, very good defense at KC. So it's going to match up the same way. KC ends up winning that, but it was like on the last play of the game. I personally think Saquon is going to be the X factor. I don't know how they're going to do it. They may just have to push 50 times this game, but it's going to happen.
I'm just going to tell you this, okay? First of all, I totally disagree with you.
Okay, all right.
But I'm proposing this right now. You can hear me out. I am proposing I want to ban the tush push.
Yes.
It was never allowed years ago to help a guy to get a first down by pushing him forward. It was never allowed in football. It's bullshit that they do it. It's a dumb friggin' play. It does nothing. It shows no athleticism whatsoever. And you know what? I think it's a BS play. And I'm not grabbing a guy by his ass to push him into the end zone. So I think it's a stupid play. Get rid of it. It should be outlawed. Change the rules. NFL's always changing the friggin' rules every year. Get rid of that play because that is just a bullshit play. All right, there you go. Now, Chiefs are winning, as I said.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is if this is a close game, I mean, I just don't see anything that tells me the Eagles win this game if we're going to have a close game, towards the end. I mean, the Chiefs just find ways to win these types of games. They always do. It feels similar to, the same stuff we've seen with New England, over the years. I mean, even though the team they're playing may have what we consider the best player, the MVP type of guy, New England just finds a way to get the job done. We know Spagnuolo is a great defensive coordinator. He's game planned against the best of the best in these games, dating back to his time with the Giants. I don't know, man. I just don't know how Philly pulls this off unless they not blow them out, but double 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. You need to be up 2 scores in the fourth quarter if you're Philadelphia with like 2 minutes left. Then Philly probably pulls it out, but I just don't know, man. It's
so Randall and I have been talking all year about, best quarterback, best coach combination is what's winning these NFL games. You look week after week.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Best player is not usually going to factor in. No. And we could argue right now, Barkley's the best player in the league right now. I mean, I know he's not the MVP, but his team's in the Super Bowl. He's destroyed it in the playoffs where Allen and Lamar fell a little short. Barkley's been the guy on a team that's in the Super Bowl.
All right.
Dynamite all year.
I got to clear up some bullshit here. Tristan bet $50 on the Chiefs. I never told you to bet $50 on the Chiefs. So if the Chiefs don't win, you'll never forgive me. Better never forgive yourself. Are you kidding me? And I agree with this strategy completely. The smart thing to do is bet the Chiefs live when they're down, because invariably they will be behind at some point in time in this game. And you know what? I've done that many times with this team. It is a smart play because you can get them at pretty good plus money.
Look, I picked Philly the first time these two teams played a couple of years ago. I was wrong then. I can't. There's just no way I'm going to be able to go against the Chiefs. I mean, I don't want to be sitting there at the end of a game and Patrick Mahomes has the ball in his hands. And you already know what's going to happen. You just know. I mean,
they'll find a way.
Something's going to. Yes. It's the same thing with Tom Brady, where you really want to be against that. I mean,
true.
When they beat Atlanta and made that big comeback against Atlanta, we all knew when that game went to overtime that thing was done. It was like
that was the end of it for me. I gave up on anything with the NFL after that. That was ridiculous. So let me move on to this. Okay, this is my thought process, Jabari. I'm going to see if I can convince you. Okay, you got D-Hop. You got Worthy, who, by the way, has had a pretty darn good rookie year. I really like this kid a lot. And then let's not forget Hollywood Brown. Then let's not forget Kelsey. And let's not forget Noah Gray. All right?
The weapons aren't what scares me.
Hold on. I'm not done yet. You're interrupting me here. I'm just going straight at Jabari right now. All right? Now, Andy Reid has yet to really use all of these weapons, okay? And let's not forget, let's talk about the backfield. Now, Pacheco and Hunt, kind of a two-headed monster, and I love the way Kareem Hunt is running the football, all right? So, Andy Reid has had 2 weeks to tinker and be the mad scientist. I think the Chiefs could do more offensively than what you guys think, okay? Because, number one, Mahomes gets rid of the football. But that Eagles pass rush is really good. But Andy Reid also has the Eagles number. So, come on, Jabari. Get over here to the red side.
I just don't know if I'll be doing that. I'm sorry. I need them to lose. And we've already seen this before. Again, they played the Super Bowl before, but like I said, again, this one's more akin to the 2023 Super Bowl than it is when they rematched the last time. The teams were slightly different. The Chiefs have more veterans now. They got Juju coming back, Kareem Hunt coming back.
Forgot about Juju.
Yeah, so it's like they're stacked at the wide receiver position, but I mean that's fine. That's KC's game, but defensively,
they've yet to look that way, though, Jabari. They have yet to. All 4 of those weapons you're talking about at wide receiver, they've yet to put that all together. If they put that all together in a game, they're going to be scary, dude.
Go ahead, Jabari.
Okay.
No, go ahead. That was just saying if. Sorry.
He said if.
The thing that worries me, and it's because, again, it's the same thing with New England. If you ever notice, there was a lot of times New England didn't have, the greatest name running backs, the James Whites,
Right.
the year LeGarrette Blount was scoring like crazy, the Kevin Falks, they never had the big but you know what those running backs always did? And this is the same thing with Kansas City, Kareem Hunt, getting in the end zone like crazy. They always have guys that just they can get in the end zone and find the end zone, and Mahomes has got that with running backs since he's been here. They just are able to get in the end zone, maybe it's a receiving back like James White was with New England, like, that we saw at one time. Hilaire was decent as a receiving back for them sometimes, or it's the power runner, Kareem Hunt, when they get inside the 5, Kareem Hunt's getting in the end zone. Who's going to stop him?
Well, it's not only that, he can catch the ball too.
Well, a little bit, yeah. But I mean,
early in his career, he did it a lot.
He's getting these 2-yard, 1-yard touchdown runs like crazy.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
and that's going to happen.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
can't convince Jabari. So,
I mean, Philadelphia is, in my opinion, Philadelphia's got more all-around talent. But we've said that again with New England every year. It seemed like, well, that team's got better talent. They got the MVP, the best offensive player, blah, blah, blah. And then here we were in the fourth quarter, and Tom Brady was just little here, little there, little here, little there, sprinkle, field goal game, or
dunk.
Yeah. Well, it gets the job done.
Dink and I'll dink and I'll dunk, and I'm gonna dink and I'm gonna dunk, and you know what? Everybody shall call me the greatest of all time, and I'll dink and dunk some more. The GOAT. Get the fuck
absolutely, yeah.
Give me Fran Tarkenton.
Chewing the
Daryl LaMonica.
Oh my God, you're insane.
Why ain't Tittle?
I don't know. It's the same thing. But I mean, New England lost. It's not like they never lost in the Super Bowl, and Kansas City has lost in a Super Bowl. So with Mahomes and Reed, so they could miss out on the three-peat, and it doesn't do anything to their team. Like, they're still going to be considered one of the. I mean, no team's ever been where they're at right now, going for a three-peat.
Okay. All right, Jabari, I'm going to throw this at you. This is a wrench in your pick. All right, here it is. Jalen Hurts ain't got the kind of intensity that Patrick Mahomes has, bud.
At all.
And
that
quarterback position is going to be the difference maker, Jabari. And Patrick Mahomes is going to come out on top. And I'm sorry, can you cash your bet out ahead of time?
No, I mean, here's the thing. The Eagles, they're just going to run the ball. If they get on a roll running the ball, it's going to tire out KC's defense. Like, their KC secondary is great, and we said their front four is great, but they've never really been battle tested as far as running the ball. There's been no team that just come in there and just straight run it on them. Even Buffalo almost lost. When James Cook got on a roll and started running the ball, he had 2 touchdowns. They almost lost.
That one drive, especially, they ran the ball.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sirianni is not going to just run the ball because he likes his little tricky shit, and he wants to go on every 4th down, and that's where it's going to come into somehow.
Spagnuolo
going to figure out how to stop the tush push.
Spagnuolo knows this defense here in the playoffs has not been stopping the run very well, but they did throughout the regular season. So I think Spagnuolo is gonna get him because he knows, if they let Barkley run all over him, that Philadelphia could blow them out. That's I don't think Kansas City can blow out Philadelphia. I do think there could be a possibility, again, the Eagles win this thing by 2 scores, but I do think that's a possibility because I think you have to ultimately.
I'm not sure what your reasoning is behind that.
Because they've got better. They've got more talent.
He's saying they got to get ahead because if they keep it too close, KC's going to be too close to strike.
Yes.
So he's saying they need to lay it on and lay it on thick early.
Yes.
By that time, they'll have enough cushion. Not saying that they need to put on a 21-3 lead and do what the Falcons did and lay off the gas. It's not what we're saying. He's saying lay it on thick. By the time you get to the fourth quarter, which historically KC has always won, they'll be good to go.
Yeah.
No, I have not been having any issues there. And y'all wild, and let's not overthink this. KC isn't losing.
I ultimately I do think Kansas City's going to win this game. Absolutely.
And I agree with him there. Now, Mike, get on PhD like you got on my ass when I said something about.
Well, I don't know what the Eagles secondary. Why are they getting all this hate?
Get on him. Get on his ass right now.
I'm just wondering what all the hate's about. Why do you guys think their secondary is like one of the worst in the NFL? Because they're not.
They're not the best.
No, they're not the best, but they're not. They've got some young. Go look at some of their young players. I mean, they had a couple of guys that were in the running for defensive rookie of the year. Yeah. How can you be that? Yes, yeah. Dejean. I mean, how are they really that bad? Like, yes, they had some games where they were pretty bad, but then it's like I told you guys a couple of weeks ago. They held the Bengals to 17 points.
God, here we go with the Bengals again.
How many teams did that this year? How many teams could say, yeah, we stopped the Bengals? How many teams scored 30 points on this defense? Can you tell me that?
On Philly?
On Philly.
I mean, not many, but not really because I don't think there's going to be a single team that scores 30 points in the Super Bowl.
True.
True. I mean, Philly put up 55 on the Commanders.
Exactly.
Eagles secondary. Yeah. Casey's got to stop the run.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
There's Rob's response to you, man.
Eagles second. I mean, again, the game against Washington where they lost, the only game they gave up 30 plus points was against Washington. Right. And they were pretty bad there early in the year. Those first few games, they were pretty bad. And then just look at how much points they've given up throughout the year.
Let's face it. When Fangio came along, guys.
They may give up some yards, but they're not giving up a ton of touchdowns.
When Fangio came along this season, he righted the ship on the defense. There's no two ways about it. Okay. He saved their defense. Early on in the season, they were not good.
Okay.
And you know what? Rob is right about that. But they made the move. They got Fangio. They got a veteran defensive coordinator, and that's what they needed. I'm going to share my screen because we've got to put together a Stevie B parlay here real quick. It was like 55 college basketball games tonight. But I do want to look at the line here real quick. Jabari, very quickly. I think I like the over in this game. Do you think the under in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, there was 47 points when they played the Niners. I don't remember the last time that they played each other, but I think I like the under just a little bit.
Okay. So under 48.5. And I think I like over 48. I can get it on for Fanatics at minus 110. All right. Let's try to put a parlay together here. I'm going to go to the NHL as I always do. Now, I know that Tristan is all over the Panthers tonight because they're playing my Blues. Panthers. Yeah, okay.
Now, last time they played, Tristan wanted minus 1.5 on the Panthers, and the Blues only lost by 1 goal. So
right. If I get something to pull up here,
we don't want to do that tonight.
No. I'm not I would take plus 1.5, but there's not good odds on that tonight.
No.
So I will go with
the heck is that?
That was I didn't have a drum roll. I'll go with the Colorado Avalanche on. Oh, I did it. I'm saying it, and I'm going with it. Colorado Avalanche on the puck line, baby. -1.5 at Calgary. Calgary goes down in the Saddle Dome tonight.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That starts out with some juiciness. See if you guys can compete with that shit.
Yeah. Let's give it a go here.
Okay. All right.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go, and maybe he was going to go there, Jabari. I kind of like, I like the Rockets tonight, man.
Oh,
they're on a losing streak. I think they're going to get over the hump here, man, and get a win tonight. They've been on a little bit of a losing streak.
Yeah, Sengun was out. He was hurt.
Yeah.
We're taking money line.
I mean honestly, yeah, you could take the +1, but give me plus odds, you know.
All right.
Give me the small plus odds if it is plus odds.
Man, there ain't nothing Jabari can do to mess this parlay up. Look at that. We're already at 50. Anything you put in here is going to be good, man.
Yeah, you can put a little juice in there. You have to.
It's just finding something without some juice.
Right.
It's all right.
Yeah, we'll take a little bit.
Yeah, we don't care. I mean, we don't want no -500 or nothing, but
no.
I mean, you want Clippers tonight?
No, not versus the Pacers. I'll pass on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too up.
I think if I had to take anything, I'm taking the Nuggets tonight at home.
Okay.
Versus the Magic.
Right.
Reason is they've been very bad. Magic's been bad since Paolo's been back. It's been really bad. It's been really bad. So
and isn't Wagner coming back?
No,
he's not. Franz is back, isn't he?
Franz, I know his brother's out. He tore his like something in his shoulder or something.
Oh God, I love it. You guys sound like you're musicians. Wagner, Franz Wagner.
Yeah, he is back. He played their last game.
All right, we got +633 on Circa in this parlay, and that is the Avalanche -1.5, Rockets money line, Nuggets money line. Let's do it. I doubt if Jokic gets his PRA tonight. What do you guys think? Probably won't play the whole game.
No, he'll probably play the whole game.
You think?
I think, yeah, because the Nuggets this year have a really bad habit of letting teams that shouldn't be competing with them compete.
Right. Let's just do this, okay, real quick. Let's add these two plays to the parlay. The Kings -1.5 and Tristan's Panthers on the money line. Boy, they better not lose, dude. I'm telling you right now, they better not lose. The Kings -1.5. Let's put that in there. And then Mr. Golf, that's what we like to call him, Tristan. He is the king of the par 3 golf course. Panthers, God, talk about juiced. All right, what's that get us? All right, now we're up to +23 something. So there you go.
Jeez.
Let's add those two to that parlay, and that's good.
All right, let's do it.
All right, well, next time, Jabari, you're coming on tomorrow night, right? Let's work on getting some Stevie B's wanting some player props for the Super Bowl. Like you said, every book has got some kind of boost, some kind of shit going on. Yeah, he's right. Let's put some receiving and rushing props together, combos, whatever. I'm going to ask you this right now. Does Barkley go over 100 yards rushing?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably, yeah. I think so. Even thinking the Chiefs will win. I mean, yeah, I think he will.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm gonna retract something. I think I'm gonna agree with you, Bob. I think that game probably does go over. I I just think if it gets out of hand defensively, yes, it could definitely happen where both defenses or one defense really gets gassed and they start to take advantage of it. I think it might go over. So,
okay. All right. There you go. Stevie B says thank you.
Awesome.
We'll have him by tomorrow.
Don't come at you with that park. That ain't a golf course, kid. That's not a freaking course.
Absolutely not. He doesn't. I mean,
Barkley bait. I mean, like I said again, something's got to give. Either KC stops it or Philly does it.
Right.
Tristan, tomorrow night I'm going to tell you why I hate the Panthers. It won't be on air though. When you hear what I got to say. Yeah, and it's about your boy too. All right. See you later on.